it's really big for the Independence Bowl. This, like you said, it's something that hasn't happened since 2016, which 7 years ago now. So, and not just to have two Power Five teams, but to have a conference like the Big 12 that's in our footprint. They're in Texas, the Midwest, Oklahoma, Iowa. It's a conference that just makes sense for the Independence Bowl in terms of the geographical footprint, but then just bringing eyeballs to the TV. We've averaged almost 3 million viewers the last couple of years for the Independence Bowl, which is just 3 million eyes that see Shreveport Bossier City. So to get now two Power 5 teams, it's really exciting.
How did it all come together? Because obviously, we talked about this on the phone earlier, and I'm going, well, it just makes sense. BYU's going to the Big 12 for it to just be a Big 12, because it doesn't make sense for BYU to have one bowl game tied in. How did it all come together?
Yeah, so it was really just having those conversations. We've had a relationship with the Big 12 for a while now. We had them from 99 to 2009, so we still kept up those relationships. Even when we didn't have them in the game, we kept up those relationships, kept up those conversations. And then once BYU entered the Big 12, we kind of just said, hey, this would make sense if we could just roll this into a Big 12, overarching Big 12 tie-in. So we had the conversations with BYU, and they were all in, and they talked to the Big 12, we talked to the Big 12, as well as talking to our TV partner ESPN, and it just kind of made sense to all parties to make this happen. So it just started with conversations with BYU and with the Big 12, and it just kind of it just fell into place, which is pretty worked out pretty well.
So is this something that you guys are hoping that after that 2025 season that you can continue having a relationship with the Big 12?
Yeah, absolutely. I think having that relationship is really important, and these are three important years for the Independence Bowl. Those conversations for the next phase of conference tie-ins begin a few years out. So these run through 25, 26. So those conversations, I'm sure, will start happening here in the near future. So these are important years for the Independence Bowl to just show everybody what the Independence Bowl is all about. We're one of the most hospitable bowls in the bowl world. We've been doing this. This will be 47 years now. So just three chances to impress the Big 12, the Pac-12, Army, Conference USA. So all of those partners, just another few opportunities to impress going into these conversations.
College football looks completely different now than it did. How closely are you guys watching the Big 12, the Pac-12, the stuff going on in the SEC, all the conference expansion? How closely are you guys watching that stuff?
Yeah, we're watching it really closely because it's not just the changes at the top with the SEC, the Big Ten, but like you said, it's trickling down to the Pac-12, the Big 12, even Conference USA, Sun Belt. I think that showed last year when we talked to the Sun Belt about a backup agreement that brought Louisiana here, and that was because that conference has a lot of momentum, and it's a conference that we've had talks with in the past, but haven't had a partnership with, and so really just keeping all your options open, and that's all you can really do right now. Things change in college football pretty much every day now with either conference realignment, the expanded college football playoff, NIL. Really everything is changes daily in college football. So just keeping up those relationships is really all we can do, and I think that's helped with you've seen it 2 times in a row with the Sun Belt and with the Big 12. Those relationships, even when we weren't tied in with those conferences, helped broker deals in the future, which that's really what we hang our hat on.